something happened to me recently in this semester that I want to take a little bit of time out of my life and your life to talk about, and I'm going to be seated for it because it's that important. I fell into, what shall we say, a very strong liking, to a person. But I couldn't admit it right away. Like, I knew I liked the person, and most rational people and normal people, the way their minds function, once they realize, I like them, they just say, I like them. But with me, it's like you have to have mini Armageddons going on in here, and you're just like, oh man, you know what, I think when she wore flip-flops, there was a white line on the nail, and no. You would just have to walk away from this, Mario. Mario, don't do this, Mario. She doesn't have any beauty marks, so, and it's like, you start arguing with yourself, and you're like, when the fuck was I into beauty marks, alright? Not even when Enrique Iglesias was popular did I think, beauty marks, symbol of some sort of beauty, They're just something people have, not something you're like, ooh, well, look at them, they're unique. It's like most people naturally have some sort of beauty mark, although it's not as, permeating on the skin of most people, or it doesn't move around like it did for Enrique. So, I don't know. You're gonna have to come up with something better, mind. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say it out loud, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, let's think about this a little bit more. So 3 months pass. I don't want to spoil those 3 months for you, probably because you don't care either. And, wow, I admit I like her, right? And here's the bad part about it. It's like the semester began in like about September. By the time I admitted it, it was November. We had about, let's say, on a good week, on a good day, let's say we had 5 classes left. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck am I going to impress someone in 5 classes? It's like I'm pretty much, in that class, I speak very, intellectually, because I pretty much knew the subject matter. It was history, right? United States history. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. It's like I took this shit in high school, okay? I have a book in my house about the Cold War. Nothing else. It is completely dedicated to the Cold War. It is over 1,000 pages. It is about this thick, alright? I had to memorize that shit. I had to make note cards for myself because I had to learn that. Okay? I don't really want to go to this class. It's required. But, just see you. Well, one can always make exceptions. That's how I start thinking now. It's like the suave Mario is just entering in that region in the cognitive section of your brain where it's like, that skeptical one is just being pushed out, It's like, listen, we need to put you on the bench. We gotta put the star player in here. He's gonna figure it out. And if not, it's gonna be fucking amazing to watch this disaster. Okay? So, I admit I like this girl. And I'm thinking of ways. It's like, well, what do I do well? It's like, well, I'm funny. I'm intelligent. Let's not talk about my body characteristics. Yeah, no. My physiology, let's just not get into that too much, okay? Alright, so I'm a great talker, I think. I think I can listen fairly well. Okay. So I start to make this plan. And here's the thing about plans. I always have this thing where if I make a plan, I watch it horribly fall apart. It's like sort of like how, the Trojan War was played out. Like, the army who received the horse didn't necessarily think, this is no ploy to get us. Nah. He was just probably like, a giant fucking horse, man. Oh, man. Can't wait to get to the top of the, where the mane is. Whew. This is going to be a fun mission. And then he was slaughtered in his sleep. That's usually how it ends up going for me when I plan something out. So I don't do that all that often. So I stop myself and I'm like, listen, you're just going to go up to her. You're going to talk to her. You're just going to remember something Robert Downey Jr. said in a movie. And hopefully she you know, she's open to listening to this regurgitated speech. And then I'm like, well, that's not that very good of an idea. Okay, I'm going to do nothing. Watch. I'm not going to do anything. The next day I go up to her and talk to her, right? And I'm listening to her, and I'm like... And, like, you know how your brain, like, you're so excited for something that you forget you're doing it? That's kind of what happened. It's like she was telling me stuff. Like, important, pertinent stuff. And my brain's like, look at those lips. Oh my god, are you looking at the lips? It's like, no, wait, you're staring at the lips. Look away. Look down. No, God, you're staring at her chest now. Look at the neck. Look at the fucking neck. The neck is where you need to direct your... Okay, Mario, stop thinking. Okay, she's been talking for a while. You need to, you know, just keep nodding. Yeah? You know? Okay. Regain composure. We're back. Okay, we're back. So I'm listening, right? And she's telling me all these things. She tells me her major, which happens to be one that, you know, doesn't bring up that very good memories. She's like, yeah, I'm that major. I'm in the theater. I'm like, fuck. Like, the dark side of experience comes up, and it's like, hello, yeah, look, this is your history. This is your cached files. Yeah, that's not, you know, that's not somewhere we want to go back to. But either way, I'm just like, fuck it, right? And so I'm like, so we have this assignment we have to do, right? I can't even get the words right that time, you know? Why don't we do it together? And it's like, Jesus Christ, I sound like a fucking mopey Scooby-Doo. Oh, man, okay. She's like, yeah. I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to say yeah, you're supposed to, like, just, no. You're supposed to diffuse me entirely and completely right away, okay? You are not helping to my, you know, my volatile equilibrium of emotional status, okay? Okay, but, yeah. She's like, sure, let me get your email. And I'm like, the cynical side of me starts thinking, it's like, gee, there's better ways you could have told me to go fuck yourself. I mean, you could have told me, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here are our options. Morse code is an option if you are a military sort of soldier or some sort of, you know, military position experience. We can do that. We can do my favorite, the Dixie Cup method, where I poke holes at the bottom of each Dixie cup. I suffix them with a string, and when you pick up one side and I pick up the other, that means we can talk again. Or what I would have thought of, you know, would have been like a nice way, you know, a fancy way of telling me to go fuck myself. It's like, listen, here's what I'm going to do. Every day at 3:15, I shall, you know, I shall release smoke signals into the air. When you see the giant wolf that the Navajo foretold, that means we shall talk. We shall rendezvous at this point. Right? So I'm already thinking, she's not going to email me, right? She's not. And I'm just like, another one, man. And it's like, Jesus Christ. There's that week of disappointment where nothing really significant happens. You're just disappointed. You see her and she stands in front of you. You decide to get pious and be like, she didn't email me. I don't have to talk to her. And then, you know, suave Mario comes back in and to your brain and he's like, fucking skeptical Mario had to come in here. Ruin all my work. Son of a bitch. And so, you start like, you know, you start debate, that's the angle where you really like someone. This is the, like, that tipping point between liking someone and it just being like, you know, a moderate crush. Yeah. my friend, she is so wise, right? She has purple hair, alright? And, like, my whole mantra is, if anyone has purple hair, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger telling you to get to a chopper. That is just advice you do not ever refuse, okay? You just, whatever they say, you do. You adhere to them, okay? You go above and beyond to accomplish what they've told you. So she's like, well, why don't you, Facebook her? And I'm like, that's preposterous. Isn't that like stalking, It's like cybernetic.